Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another match reaction. Chelsea 3, Barcelona 0. Barcelona having an absolute disaster in Stamford Bridge, all thanks to another red card by Ronald Araujo. We're going to be talking about the performance, a Barcelona team that was just not at it tonight. Of course, that red card plays a huge factor in the outcome of the game. But we're going to be looking at Barcelona's performance, the key players. We're going to be talking about the game and everything like that. But before I get started in the video, guys, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. And as well, the link to become a member is also posted down below. And for these match reaction videos, if you guys do want to join and give your thoughts about the match, feel free. I do post a link on X and on the post section under YouTube. So if you click on that stream your link, you will be able to join. But starting off the video, guys, looking at Hansi Flick's lineup, he fielded the lineup that we were all expecting. He fielded Joan Garcia, Balde, Pau Garcia, Ronald Araujo, Jules Kounde in that back line. In the midfield, Eric Garcia, Frankie de Jong, Ferran, Fermin Lopez, Lamine Yamal, and Lewandowski. Now, first, I'm going to, give my thoughts about the lineup because there were some doubts on whether Hansi Flick should have even started certain players. Now, looking at this lineup, I think that Hansi Flick went with what worked before. I think that back line, there wasn't really much options. Maybe one player that you can or one combination is, hey, bring Eric Garcia, play him in the center back spot, and play Marc Casado. But we've seen Eric Garcia in the game against Athletic Club having an outstanding game. This is the type of game in which Ronald Araujo, on paper, should be having a good game. His physicality against, the Premier League players, he should have had a good battle. But was that the case? No. Up top, you had Ferran, his ability to get in behind and get into some good positions. You're thinking, hey, this is another game that's going to be suited for Ferran. He had an opportunity to dictate the outcome of the game. He had that unmissable or amazing opportunity, and he fumbled it. But there's so much stuff we're going to be talking about it. But first, I want to welcome NJ, NJ and Saket. Welcome, guys. NJ, I'll go to you first, brother. But how are you feeling after this loss?
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, bro, this club's not serious anymore, bro. Yeah, but we're finished, bro. Telling you, bro, we're not gonna win Europe for a long time, bro. Might as well just focus in domestics at this point, bro. But we're a joke, bro.
Wait, but do you think that this is a one-off defeat, or do you think that this is something that we should be worried about? Because I'm looking at this performance and I'm not thinking, hey, this is something that Barcelona, should be worried about. It doesn't give me that indication. It's more of an indication of saying, hey, this was Ronald Araujo shitting the bed yet again. Barcelona being, down to 10 men, and then us not being able to come back into the game, and then Chelsea just showing their quality. Simple as that.
I
You
mean,
know?
yeah, like you're right. Like Araujo plays a big part of that for sure. But again, when you look at the whole team itself, like they also played their part of
Yeah.
of like setting up Araujo to fail as well, right? So everybody in the player in the team just failed. Like, again, we've seen it many times. Like they, it comes to a point where like during the game when they lose focus, it gets like snowball where like they just underperform the next 30 minutes and so and so on. Like
Okay.
something's wrong. I'm telling you, like these players will also be the main reason why Flick will get fired. Obviously, Flick will has his part as well, but it's overall like the players are not you know
Yeah.
good enough. Like
Yeah.
some of them are good, but not like a certain good where like they're gonna be the main reason why they won, right?
Yeah.
They'll play their part during the season, but most of them are not gonna be the main reason why they won it.
Mm-hmm. That red card, if I'm being honest, it did play a huge factor into the match. And I will say the team didn't cover themselves in glories. We could have played
Yeah,
much better, down with 10 men, but we didn't. Chelsea took advantage of the spaces. We
yeah.
can see a goal where Barcelona, they're pressing high up. It's absolutely nonsense. You're down to 10 men. Why are you being so aggressive?
Yeah. And,
See,
and, and
this
also,
is
okay, go ahead.
where I don't agree, Mark. I don't think that this game is on Flick. His lineup, we were all in agreement that this should have been the lineup. Eric
Yeah.
Garcia played phenomenally well against Athletic Club. Everyone was saying that he should be starting in that position alongside Frankie de Jong. If Eric Garcia starts there, You play Araujo, Christensen. What's it called? He hasn't been having much game time under Hansi
Yeah.
Flick. This was the lineup that was going to be tested. Ferran, him starting. Marcus Rashford, him coming back from a knock, Rafinha coming back from an injury, and him not being fit to play the full 90. This is the lineup that we all expected. I'm not blaming Hansi Flick for, this lineup. This was the best possible lineup that he could have
Yeah.
fielded. He did it. The only thing that I could say is, hey, could we have maybe played Marc Casado in that pivot role and Eric Garcia
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
defense? That could
Yeah.
have been the only alternative. But the thing was, Eric Garcia played phenomenally well against Athletic Club. He wanted to repeat that, and unfortunately, it didn't
It
happen.
didn't happen.
The
Yeah.
midfield was completely overrun. And it was just Frankie de Jong versus Enzo versus Caicedo and versus Reece James. But we're going to be talking about it.
Yeah.
But Seke, welcome, brother. What are your thoughts on the match? What did you make of tonight's game?
No, he's
Show
crying.
my VFS.
He's crying right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so sad,
That's
man.
last 5 games from Araujo in Champions League.
We're not gonna win it, bro. We're not gonna win
Oh
that.
my God. Seke, are you being for real?
Wait, what?
Seke said
Exactly.
that these are the last 5 games from Ronald Araujo in the Champions League.
I mean, he played a big part of it, but I don't know if he's the main reason of it.
Look at these ratings.
Not
5.3,
Nah.
6.4, 6.4, 5 point. That's diabolical.
Yo,
But where's the rating for Newcastle? That's the only game where I'm thinking like, whoa.
Elias. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. It's so funny. Like,
also,
freaking Chelsea's left back. Yo, their left back is so good at rage baiting, but and
Ah,
that
Cucurella.
yeah, Coquera is so good at
yeah.
rage baiting that he made Araujo tackle them.
Oh.
Yo, this guy is so good at rage baiting.
Seke, you want to say something?
Also, not only Araujo, Eric Garcia already got a red card against Monaco in UCL. Even
Yeah.
Kubarsi got a red card. I
I mean,
mean, all our defenders at biggest stage, they are shitting bricks. Let's be honest.
yeah, but he can't really blame Eric Garcia on the Monaco game because Ter Stegen was the one who set him up.
No, yeah, that's true. But Seke,
Same, same.
overall.
I'm just, yeah. I was just saying, none of our defenders are performing well, and Kubarsi is literally a
Yeah,
18-year-old playing in the back line.
Well, we
We
can
are
talk about the
just,
deep.
I just think we are just, I just think we are just playing with mediocrity in our team.
yeah.
I
We need
think
a
that's the
revamp.
problem.
We need to revamp the roster so badly. Like the defense needs to be revamped. The
That's
the
true.
depth has to be like revamped as well. Like as good as De Jong and stuff like that. He's not like the first choice like playmaker that we
You
need.
know,
He's a supporting midfielder. Yeah, and
Seke, you want to say something?
I was just saying we can keep the utility players like Farhan who can play in three different
yeah.
positions and
I don't
deliver
mind
at
them. Yeah,
certain level. Same with Eric Garcia. But the
yeah,
players, literally,
yeah.
the
But some
players
points
like
needs to go.
Araujo, this kind of players needs to go.
Yeah, we need to like revamp it badly, man. Because again,
Well, that's something that I agree with you. This team needs major reinforcements. This is something that we talked about, on the channel before. This is not something new. Why Araujo gets the nod ahead of Christensen, I don't know. I think Christian has been always the more
Christian,
reliable
I'm
defender out
telling
of the
you,
two. I
yeah, yeah.
pray that
I
in
talked
these next
about
upcoming weeks that he
Christensen.
has more minutes.
Yeah, I have
I feel like with
multiple
Araujo,
Chelsea friends. I have talked about them regarding Christensen. They said that every time a big games comes, something happens to Christensen. Either it will be vomiting, something like this. Health issues. He just doesn't get ready. I don't know for
He
big
he
games.
gets nervous. He
How
gets
many big
nervous.
games did he play even after being fit for Barcelona? Nothing.
No.
that's again.
Um
That's again with Araujo. He's more of like he's not really like a starter. He's more like like based on the matchup. But this game was a perfect matchup for him. But he fell from the trap. That's the
mhm.
reason why we lost.
Harris, there's a link that I posted on X. If you go on my page, CulePodcast, or under the post section under YouTube on my channel, there's a StreamYard link. You can press that link and then you'll be able to join into the stream. But first guys, before we talk about Ronald Araujo, I want to talk about the macro. I want to be talking about Barcelona's overall
Yeah,
performance.
good. Yeah.
Now, in the overall scheme of things, I thought that first half was very even.
Yeah, it was.
Chelsea, they scored very early on. Goal disallowed. Fofana handball. Ferran, a couple minutes later, he has this chance, and we're going to be talking about Ferran, but this was a diabolical miss. You're looking at this and you're thinking, man, Ferran, you've had the opportunity to take the game by the scruff of the neck
Yeah.
and
The
impact it,
the
but we know what Ferran does. He
the
misses these chances.
only reason, yeah, only reason I am not shitting on Farhan because for missing this chance is that we for 90 minutes we didn't create a single chance apart from this chance, not a
Yeah.
single one.
And also when you look at though, like yes, like Varane missed it, right? But then again, you saw like during first half, like the signs were there, were like despite them scoring offside goals, the sign was there, like they were gonna like
Yeah.
run past
Yeah.
through us, and the players did not adjust. Like yeah, sure you can blame Flick, but come on, like the players have to adjust. The coach can't keep telling you to adjust. You adjust by yourself. You should know when to adjust and not to adjust, right? That's on them as well. And like
Mm-hmm.
each other, well, how many goals did they score in offside? 3 goals in the first half.
Yeah, it was like three or four, like in the totality of the
Exactly.
match,
That should
or
have
something like that.
that should have been a indication to them, like, yo, we need to like fix our positioning and stuff like that. But no, they keep
Mm-hmm. No, for
I feel
sure.
like I feel like they're so like not human, but more like a bunch of what's that word? Robots, thinking when they play
Okay.
like
Araujo,
Okay. Harris,
Araujo
welcome.
is getting cooked by
Welcome, welcome,
Araujo is getting cooked by every troll account.
I
bro.
absolutely see it. Harris, welcome. Bro, talk to me, bro. How are you feeling after this loss?
Embarrassing, embarrassing. My English is not that good, but I
it's okay.
tried. This
Totally okay, brother.
performance was pure and utter embarrassing. I sit here, I can't even think. What was it? Araujo? I can't. I see the last match from like 2024 and
Mm.
before,
Mm-hmm.
always the same.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're not lying.
Is it? It's always like that. See, because Araujo, he was first booked for dissent. That was his first yellow card. Now, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Araujo, you're the captain. You shouldn't be giving the referee the opportunity to be booked in that manner. Like, this is a big game. You have to be using the experience that you should have to understand you can't afford an easy booking like that. Because if something like this happens, you have that sort of get out of jail free card. But because you got booked, you put in this tackle, which is absolutely stupid. Where's the IQ? Where's the brain cells that says, hey, let me not make this rash tackle, and put myself in the position to miss this. But this was sort of the moment in which the game changed. Because yes, I would say the game was very even in that first half. Chelsea, they were having, slightly the better opportunities. Obviously, they score a little bit earlier on through this corner right here. Players lapse, not focusing, lapse of concentration. Cucurella in an onside position, just barely. Cuarsi keeping him on, puts in the cross. Ferran and Kounde, who had a poor night, if we're being honest, bumble and fumble over the ball, and that's Chelsea 1-0. That's where Araujo, he then puts in this tackle, and it's absolutely crazy. But I want to ask you guys this question. But where do you guys see Araujo's future right now? Because we should not see Araujo start in a big game for Barcelona ever again, if we're being honest. He has been a liability in
Yeah, he's been.
every single big game. He has caught Barcelona in the big UCL nights. And so, Angie, I'm going to start with you first, but then I'm going to go down the line. But what would you do with Araujo?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, but obviously, I say we need a revamp roster, but he's not leaving, bro. They're not gonna sell him because apparently he's part of the future apparently. So for me, play him, but not don't play him against the big night games at all. Do not play him no matter what. Play him against like what, like the the top
No,
50 in
no,
the
I
in the
don't.
league phase and stuff. But the rest, you
I
can't
don't.
play him against big teams, man.
Yeah, I don't want him playing a single game because he will drop a master class against Athletic Bilbao like Farhan and Eric Garcia did, and they will start against the big game again. And the same shit will happen again.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It'll be the same, just like it's like a profile picture right now. That's exactly what's gonna happen again, over and over and over.
yeah.
Nothing will change.
It's so over. We're so back. We're so back. It's over. It's so over.
So chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Harris, your thoughts on Araujo? What should we do with him? Should we sell him? Should we,
First flight to Saudi. First flight. Bro, I can't do it anymore. We need proper center backs, and he's not the type of guy we need in the center back position. I seen
Just just
it
send
too
him to
often.
Syria.
This
Syria. They
problem.
they take every ass player.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it anymore. It gives me heart pressure, like too much. Nah. I can't do it anymore. We need proper
No,
center backs.
it's ridiculous. Dorian, he says the problem is Deco thought it would be a great idea to renew him, and Araujo said it will never leave, so we're stuck with him until 2030 unless Flicks keeps benching him until Araujo finally leaves.
Also,
I think he has a release clause, yeah?
also, La
Yeah,
Liga, La
the
Liga team
65.
in yeah. Also, La Liga team played all La Liga teams played 10 English sides. Out of these, only Barcelona won against Newcastle. Every other La
Yeah,
Liga team lost,
yeah,
including Real
Yeah.
Madrid and now Barcelona again.
uh-huh.
True.
Crazy,
Wow.
man.
Wow, that's
Literally,
actually
man.
that's
How
an
can
interesting stat.
let's be honest? Let's be honest. A club like Chelsea is spending 1 billion, and club like Barcelona has like debt of 2.3 billion. How are they
No,
supposed to compete with this? I don't know, man. The football
no.
is gone.
Ah,
Yeah.
man,
A
yeah,
club
man. You
like
can,
Barcelona needs in every position the best players available.
Mm-hmm.
And Araujo is not that guy,
I
unfortunately.
feel like
Now is
I feel like the thing is like
and
people in this club, fans needs to realize that we're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to compete no matter what until we get the right roster. Because again, we can
Yeah.
keep buying players, but if you don't give the right players for the coach, nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be over and over again, right? So
Mm-hmm. No.
at the end of the day, I'm telling you, like, yeah, like, sure, we can try to compete, like, maybe like semifinal at best, but going to the final, we're not gonna be able to make
Yeah.
finals, man, until we get
It
the right players.
if Barcelona are going to compete against against the Premier League teams that have basically unlimited spending, we're gonna have to spend as well. And
Yeah.
Hansi Flick didn't receive the reinforcements that we did need. We were competitive in the match, but Araujo, he messed things up.
Yeah.
We went into the second half with a man down, the score being only 1-0. But Estevão, who funny enough went to Chelsea because Barcelona, we had Lamine Yamal, but also didn't have the funds to pay for his signing. He scores this brilliant goal right here, beating Pau Cuarci. Individual mistake from Frankie de Jong. Not a great pass to
we
Balde. He beats
we
Joan
had
Garcia as well,
we
and he
had
finishes his near post.
yeah, we had funds to sign Estevão and Echeverry, but we end up signing Victor Roque and bumps like Olmo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Estevão is a player, he can also play as a 10, you know?
Mhm.
He's also like
He was
crucial
literally
in the 10.
twerking for Barca, and now he's kissing Chelsea badge.
And a
Yeah,
45 million market opportunity
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like man, to be fair, like with Flick, like I feel bad for him at this point. Yeah, I feel like he just needs to like leave after the season because he's not gonna get the players that he needs anyway. So
But what I'm thinking is Hansi Flick is the coach that I want to take Barcelona to the future. Like we've
exactly,
seen, we've
I
seen what
want
he
him to
can
be.
do.
Yeah, I
All
want him
I'm
to be.
saying is, hey, Hansi Flick, he just needs financial support from the board. He just needs
Yeah, but he's
players.
not gonna get that though. That's the thing
Well,
though.
but I mean, if Hansi Flick can't succeed, then there's not really many coaches who are going to be able to succeed, because
Exactly.
Hansi
Yeah.
Flick is a
Yeah.
world class manager, world class. We need a player like that to help Barcelona and to lead them.
Sure.
Regardless of who comes in, that manager is going to be needed to support it as well, to play his philosophy, to have his players as well. And so I'm not looking to be or downgrade from Hansi Flick. It's simple as that. I'm through with Hansi Flick,
So my we
all the way. I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard though. Like I said, let's say like yeah, sure, like fire Flick or who you gonna replace him with? Fucking Seth Fabregas. The guy's not gonna. The guy's not gonna be able to like join us without money anyway. So who you gonna hire?
But in that second half, Chelsea continued to put on the pressure. Chelsea have another opportunity and they make it 3-0. This initially it looked offside, but Balde keeps him barely onside right here. You can see the highline isn't executed brilliantly. Enzo Fernandez into space, gives the pass to Delap, and Delap scores, makes it 3-0. And, overall, that second half, it was just Chelsea
Can
putting on the pressure, having the opportunities, having that extra man, and
can you
just,
pull up my AVI?
yeah, yeah, let me see. Oh,
Let's see.
wow. Yeah, Araujo,
All
red
red
card.
cards.
Yeah. But Kubasi, I understand, you know, he's 18 years old, but
Yeah,
also and the rest, it's like it's too many mistakes for a club like Barca, you know.
No, I agree. But okay, so looking at this result right here and looking at the league table, just seeing how this is going to impact us, looking towards the next upcoming matches. But Barcelona, we're currently 15th. 15th,
Oh, we're
two
still there.
wins, one loss, and two losses with 7 points. What do you guys think this loss is going to mean? Do you think this is a big hit, or do you think that this is, hey,
we
this is
lit-
just another bump in the road?
we
I mean,
literally
what are they facing
didn't
next
won a
though?
single big game this season. Not a
What are they
single
facing
one.
anyways? The next couple UCL games though. What are they facing though?
We're facing, so looking at the fixtures, we're going to be facing Eintracht Frankfurt at
Oh, that's gonna be
home.
a hard one.
At
Yeah,
home. Then we're going to be facing Slavia Prague away from home.
That
And then
should be
we
a
ended
win,
off
but
against
it won't be easy.
FC Copenhagen.
these are the last three matches. Yeah.
The last three matches that
Okay.
Barcelona they
Okay.
have.
Okay.
That should be
So,
Okay.
they have to win that the next three
yeah.
games
Yeah.
because if they don't win it then bro, if we play
I.
because again
Mm?
if we're gonna play in the playoff, it's gonna we're adding more games to them and I feel like if we added more games, they're gonna be quarterfinal exits, bro. If that happens,
Okay. Seke, how big of a loss do you think this is? Do you think that this is a loss that, as I said, is a bump in the road or more of a big hit to the team? What do you think?
No, no, I am not worried about the loss. I am just worried about the performances we have seen the entirety of the season. Because these all these group stage games are just a gimmick. I am just tired of it. It's just a gimmick to get the big teams in top 24 and then in top 16. Otherwise, there is no jeopardy, man. What is the jeopardy? There is no jeopardy and not also the advantage. What do you
Yeah.
get even if you get top 8? Maybe a home game advantage. That's all. You know,
yeah,
No.
I
it
mean
is
it
not like
depends on
NBA that first team places. Getting a match against the last team.
I
It
mean
is again a draw will happen again. So I don't
you
know
also have to
what is the value
realize
of this
though.
game. Just get
You also have to
Mm.
realize second though,
yeah.
like
What
Real
is
Madrid and Liverpool are there just knocking, right? So saying there's a guarantee that they're gonna end up in the play-in anyway. So
Yeah.
exactly?
like sure you can say like oh Liverpool's struggling, but UCL is different compared to the Premier League. So depends of
Yeah.
it
But
just depends
again,
of how they
you know,
deliver.
if you are not good, yeah, I won't be sad if we are not good enough and then we don't qualify for the next phase. I will be not disappointed because look at the performance. Not a single game that we have played good, except all these, Athletic Bilbao, who has been worse than ever before. All these
Mm-hmm.
games, even Celta Vigo,
Yeah, but
every
it's
score,
fucking scam, bro. It's a scam.
Yeah.
Um,
Because
yeah,
uh,
exactly. Every team in La Liga is
oh my
scoring two plus
gosh.
goal or two goals on us.
no,
Yeah.
that's a conversation that we're going to be having, yeah, because Barcelona's performance in the big games, it hasn't been great. Bar that game against Newcastle, and
Yeah.
against Athletic Club, Barcelona have been disappointing. But let's see how Barcelona they do, because if it continues on, and that's a conversation that we could be having, saying, hey, this is very worrying. Barcelona's lack of performance in these big games. But
Mm.
Harris, I want to go to you and give you the same question, but how how big of a loss do you think this is? Do you think this is a bump in the road, or do you think this is a big hit to the team?
Not like in the pictures, like when you see like we are 15. I don't think it's like a big loss in that sense, but I think it's like a big loss and like mentally, you know. When you
Okay.
see the
Yeah.
players, every single big game we played except for Newcastle, and I don't think Newcastle is like a big game.
Yeah.
Um, we
Bro,
lost. Yeah,
Villarreal,
Newcastle is a good
Villarreal
team, but
literally,
yeah, Newcastle is a good team.
Villarreal.
From bro,
I mean, look,
he
Newcastle. What is their ranking in Premier League?
Chelsea's?
No,
No,
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle. Hold on, let me see. Chelsea table. They are 14th.
14th.
How the fuck
Yeah.
that is a good team, man? We and
Yeah,
also,
I don't.
also with all due respect, we literally beat them because of Rashford, the player from Premier League that came up with two clutch moment. Just saying.
Okay.
But back to the question. Back to the
Yeah.
question. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's like mentally for the players, it's like a big hit. You know, they see like Chelsea now. They need to refocus on the league, and then the last three Champions League matches are crucial. You know, Frankfurt at home, and the other two also. And then I think from there we're gonna see how the team performs. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Those are three big games because
Yo,
as of this point in time, I don't think Barcelona were
Newcastle,
at risk.
Newcastle, Newcastle today lost to Marseille and Villarreal lost to Dortmund 4-0. Literally
No,
five losses
but
in
the
a
thing
row for
is,
Villarreal. What the fuck, man?
it's a
They are
must
ranking
win.
third in La Liga.
It's a must win against Frankfurt because that's the one gonna end the final decision if you're gonna qualify or
Yeah.
not.
No. Yeah. Barcelona, we have three big games in the Champions League, and that's going to decide on whether we're at risk of not qualifying or we're gonna
But
sort
yeah.
of it's going to be hard for Barcelona to clinch those top eight positions. I don't know if it's impossible right now. I think we have to see how the results go tomorrow for us to know whether it's impossible or not. But it's going to be very
But
hard. Barcelona, we have to be flawless, and we need to get the those three wins, and add those
I
points to
won't
the
be
league
surprised
table.
to be fair, Elias, that we're gonna get knocked out in the run of I mean the quarterfinals, max. I won't be
If we
surprised.
if we
I
play
won't.
like this, yeah. But the thing is something that plays in our favor is that because the quarterfinals and the knockout competitions, they are still so far away. Barcelona,
Yeah,
we
no,
still have
but
so much time
and
in order to
also it depends
improve. Like
who we end
things
up
can
facing,
change
right?
in the January transfer window. If Ter Stegen leaves and we bring someone in, maybe it's like, let's say like a Schlotterbeck or a center back or someone,
Mm.
then it could change the dynamics of the team and everything. And so that's our silver lining and saying, hey, Barcelona not playing their absolute best is happening now and not in those knockout games of the season, sort of say. But obviously we're feeling frustrated. Barcelona, we were coming into this game, expecting a good result, going and following that momentum that we had against the Club. We get a good result, and we were expecting a good performance here, but that red card from Araujo, Barcelona, not really living up to the standard, and you get a 3-0 loss. And then it is what it is, simple as that.
Oh man.
But guys, final thoughts before we close off the video. Anything you guys want to say before we wrap it up?
Yeah. I'll say like just forget Europe, just focus on domestics, man. Because I feel like
Wow.
it's better than I mean like now forget like I'm gonna just lose it right away. I'm just saying like if you don't win it, just at least go farther so then we can get the financial money back a little bit
Mm.
more. Then just try to focus on winning the Super Copa and domestics, man. Because it's better than winning the domestic than going trophyless this season, man.
Okay.
Mm.
Harris, anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think we should go game by game. You know,
Game by
Yeah,
game.
not yeah game by game
yeah,
because
fair enough.
like if we focus on like the Champions League or the domestics and stuff like that, we gonna lose our heads like
Yeah.
today. I think we should go game by game, and then we look from there. You know.
No, I really like that. I think that's actually really smart. Just taking the games as they come and just seeing how to approach each and every match. I really like that. Sake, and any thoughts before we round off or no?
Yeah. Too sad, man.
I'm just pissed, man. It's 4 a.m. in the morning in
Is
India,
that
and
really
I'm
Gabriel?
watching this shit again.
Oh my
It's
God,
crazy,
bro!
man.
Like I
I'm
I feel
going to sleep now.
Yeah, well, it's like have a good night, brother. You know that just shows the
Yeah, it's so
loyalty that you
sad.
have for the and love to the club. But for that loyalty to be paid in that fashion, I know it must hurt. But
Thanks for
Bye,
having me.
guys,
Barao, and good night, guys.
Thanks for having me.
of course,
Yeah.
hurts. You're always welcome, brother. Always welcome. That's actually one of the reasons why I have people come on is for the opportunity for Barcelona fans as well to express their thoughts about the game. But of course, it's not the result that we wanted. Barcelona get a bad defeat against Chelsea. We're going to be talking about this, in more detail in the next upcoming days. We're going to be talking about, the fallout, looking at the quotes from Hansi Flick and some of the players, how they feel about the loss. But hopefully you guys found this a little bit to be, therapeutic to having this session, talking about the loss and everything. But I'll see you guys all
Therapeutic.
in the next video, boys. Peace out.
Thank you.